Hello there, soul loves. So, what's going on with you this week? What is the energy about for you? What are you feeling in your own being? That's what it's all about. It's about what you're really feeling yourself. So, this week in our astrology, quick insights and energy climaxes, we will go through the week and the energy of the highlights. I'm Kimberly Crow. Today, I am acting as an astrologer, a Western astrologer, using whole signs for the energy analysis. So, this week, this month, what we got going down is the moon wanes as it moves through Taurus and Gemini and Cancer. And I have been really moon sensitive. We've had a lot of the moon in void already this week. It's just Tuesday and we've already had that. And I've really been feeling that. Okay. So, with this last quarter of the moon in Taurus today on Tuesday, the 8th, which is the Lionsgate energy, this quarter moon energy. Sorry, my screen went blank. In Taurus. Okay, wait a minute. With the quarter moon, you may experience tension between your actions, between your inner self, between the world around you, the world at large. Are your actions in alignment with your principles? That's the energy that's coming up. Does the person that you're showing to others match how you're seeing yourself? That's the game changer. If you need to make adjustments in major course of correction, then this is the time to do this. As a Venus, she has been the villain or the savior during this retrograde period that she has been in for everyone all of this summer and this week to today to the ninth. She goes from being the night star to the morning star. So we won't see her when we go out of a night. She will rise as a morning star. So she's going through that transit during this time period as while she's in this retrograde. So this energy can make major course corrections with this in relationships, all kinds of relationships and partnerships, and she's part of that. And we started out with the Lionsgate energy on the 8th, which is the day that's the in between day between the summer solstice and the fall equinox. So we're at a halfway point at looking where we've been at, where we're going, and how we're going to finish out, the rest of the intentions of the year. So we're in all of these course corrections with this. So, like, there's no more denying truth. Like, all the stuff is being shown. So things that you may have thought true, things that you question, things that you bought from other stuff, it's going to be revealed to you. Things will be revealed to you. There'll be no avoiding it. So, expect fights, disagreements, and breakthroughs, compromises, and deeper commitments during this transit, because it's all about the extremes and the extremes that we're either in or we're out. So that's the energy that's going to be coming up in the collective. So, yeah, we had the Lionsgate reaching its full power on the 8th, every year during this time period. Earth and Sirius and Orion align in an energy, what do you call that? Configuration. Okay. Unlocking this energy the of this portal. And because humanity has given its conscious to us, it's starting to be a bandwidth that's out there. So the more times that people take their consciousness to that and to embrace this light to the portal, then it starts being something. It is something that we are dreaming in. Okay, so in numerology, I did a whole thing on this. Y'all just go back and watch it. It's like the 8 is, it's manifestation. it's all the themes that align with that, and the reflection, balancing, and transformation. So go back and look at it. And I went through each sign and what house that is for you and what this energy is and what it's going to bring for you. So you can look at that in with this week. Also, the Venus retrograde, um, one that I did, and it'll where that is in the house for you, because Venus is in Leo. This is in Leo. So it's all the themes that are related to where Leo is in your chart. Okay. Okay. So you may be experiencing messages from the universe, like the hand is handing you the messages. You may be getting numbers, recurring dreams, your intuition. So it's time to heighten this awareness and pay attention to synchronicities in your life. Like have the thought of somebody and then they call you. I had that today happen. A friend of mine that moved to India, and it's like I thought of him yesterday, and sure enough, he, you know, messaged me today, and so we caught up with each other. So it's that kind of energy. Like, you have a thought, the person reaches out to you the next day. So just notice that, and what are those significant markers for you. So with this Venus continuing to be in this retrograde energy, it's unraveling um a reality when she squares off with Uranus on the 9th. You're going to feel this rebellious energy that could be coming in, that Uranus is bringing in. Uranus is that, rebelling up to authority. It's the rebel without a cause energy. It likes to cause problems because it does it through transformation. It likes to bring that up, to bring in something that you can look at it and see how you're going to transform it and what that energy is going to be for you. So it's the trickster energy. And as this, energy disrupts on the planet, it's going to touch all of the collective. So when it couples up with this romantic planet of Venus, things could take a challenging turn. You could feel called to explore your independence. And if you've been feeling confined by limitations that you put on yourself or on others, the cosmic connection will pry open the bars. It's going to open the gates. Well, it's going to be a game changing open the gate, taking you, open it up. It's like you realize, oh, the door's been open to the cage all the time. All I had to do was fly out of it. So as the week closes out, on the 13th, Venus is going to go into a Cazimi with the sun. So that's when she goes into the heart of the sun. And this energy, it's a time to take in that energy, because what that can be revealed to you during that time period. So it occurs when the sun and Venus align within 1 degree of each other. And it's thought to amplify the energy of all the planets involved in this, to evolve them and to evolve us. Okay. And so when the planet ventures too close to the sun, it's known as a combust. And so it's weakened by the sun itself. And when the planet is in a Cazimi, which is when it goes into the heart of the sun, which is where Venus is going to be, the sun is blinding the rays and illuminating everything that it was once hidden and bringing it into light. Okay, so this is the celestial trial by fire energy. So it's going to burn, and nobody's going to be safe with this blaze, because it's going to touch everybody. It's going to light you on fire. It's going to light your passions on fires. It's going to bring Venus. It's going to tell you what she wants you to fight for. What is it that it's ready to walk through the flames? Maybe it's even through the pain to come out on the other side of this fire-hearted fearlessness. Okay, so that's what the energy is about. That's what this week is mostly about, is what Venus, all the things that Venus has been up to. So I'm going to do a whole thing on the Cazimi and what that energy is. So let's go into all signs for the week. This has been up to. So I'm going to do a whole thing. Okay. All signs for the week. This is your energy forecast. As I said, I'm Kimberly Crow, acting as a Western astrologer today, bringing you these energy highlights. So listen up to your rising sign. That's who you are internally. The sun is what you show to the world, what illuminates out into the world, and the moon is your emotional IQ. The sun can also represent father type energies in your chart, in the moon, mother type energies. Okay, Aries, when you're dissatisfied with the status quo, when you feel like the universe has treated you or those you love unfairly, it's easy to lash out and to look for someone you can blame. The truth be told, the conflict can be energizing. It can light up a path toward and lean into positive changes. It can be the torch that brings in the positive change. But this week, the cliche, as it sounds, it's important to pick your battles wisely. Your energy is bright and powerful. Don't waste it on undeserving opponents or issues that you aren't really invested in. Yeah, maybe you see, another reality, but are you invested in it? What's it going to bring to you? Because destiny is the name of the game for you. Okay? All it takes is a little faith, trust, and stardust. The north node of destiny and Cryon, the wounded healer, are both in your sign right now. So putting you through your paces, you're stuck in the middle of both wanting to move forward and to take your talents into new heights and heal for yourself at the same time. Yet you're also questioning, are you in over your head? So stop letting your insecurities do the talking. This week, as this Venus Cazimi comes in, it's a chance for you to use your past wounds, your mistakes, as a tool for healing. Even when you face the unexpected opposition, you find a way forward and a direction of your dreams. Okay, Taurus. Yeah, with that this energy that has been a number for you too, Taurus, with all of the different changes that's been going on. So, part of you is tough and makes decisions, and it's ready to face your opponent and take on any challenge. But there's another part of you that the generous and radiating love for the world and for the people in it. You don't always feel like you can let the second side of yourself show, though it is though you have to protect it. You have to protect it to keep it hidden from those who might take advantage of you. This week, try to lean toward your soft side. Give the tough exterior a break and express your feelings. Being vulnerable with people you trust can be empowering. You might even enjoy yourself. This week might be filled with amazing opportunities for you, dear Taurus, but it doesn't make it any less stressful. You're the type who likes to move at your own pace. When Jupiter and Uranus team up together in your sign, it's time to expect the unexpected. Venus is your chart ruler, meaning the retrograde cycle has been extra tough on you. And the things that might feel dark and gloomy when Venus and Lilith is also playing in this field this week, align to this align at the start of this week. Luckily, things can clear up just in time as you enjoy this week. And this Venus Cazimi, tap into it. Play pretend for the next 7 days and see what the power of positivity can do for you. My cat needs out. Okay. Gemini. You aren't intimidated by complexity. While you know people are constantly disappointed by the universe and its unpredictability, by human inconsistency, you understand that life is complicated and that there usually aren't easy answers. This week, though, there's a good chance that things are, in fact, less complicated than you're making them out to be. Where are you in your head with this? You may be the chameleon, but some people show you exactly who they are. Situations can be exactly as it is, good or bad, as they appear. You've accepted that life is often tangled up and weird, and now trying to accept it from time to time, straightforward after all. Okay, you're sending mixed signals this week. Mercury entered the pre shadow phase of the period on August the 3rd that brought the cloud of confusion along with it. Most likely, you'll be spending your week feeling like you should be doing something major, but you're not sure what the thing is. Luckily, with that Venus Cazimi coming up this week, it's going to show you exactly where to focus your attention in the weeks and the months ahead. Jupiter will also add a boost of support in Mercury this week, making this the ideal time to tie up any loose ends that are still lingering around. This is your moment to be granted the wish that you're ready to take the risk. Okay, when you're ready to take the risk, the wish will be granted. That's your game changer. Okay, Cancer. You might not be in the mood to be around friends or anyone else for that matter right now. Maybe it's because everyone just seems to be a little bit irritating to you, too demanding, too much, just too much. Maybe it's because you're tired. You need the time to recharge, to set with your thoughts. Granted, just be with yourself, okay? Just grant that to yourself. Just be careful not to become too isolated. People can be annoying. They also can make life sweeter. It'll be easier to find beauty and joy in what you seek this week when you spend time with others. So after you're rested, get back out there in the world while everyone else is feeling the pressure. You have a relatively quiet week, and the Mars in Virgo has been a beneficial ally in getting things done up until this point. But with the Venus retrograde all month and the Mercury moving into this pre retrograde shadow, you'll be feeling the low, slow down. Time to retreat into your shell. Let the week and the Venus Cazimi work the healing magic for you. Your chart ruler, the moon, will spend Friday and Saturday cozying up in your sign, adding the melancholy mood to you. This could be a weekend of emotions, mood swings, and some crying sessions. Yep. Clear out your calendar and do some deep dive into some self care, Cancer. Okay, Leo. Lately, everyone around you has been more demanding than usual, or you may be feeling that. Okay, your boss, your partner, your parents, your spouse, your children, whoever it is. Okay, they keep asking you for your undivided attention. So much of your time, no matter how much you care about them, you can't seem to get away from giving everyone and everybody what it is that they want. So this week, don't. Remember that it isn't your job to please everyone. Disappointing other people's expectations isn't the worst thing in the world. As long as you aren't betraying yourself, you can't be perfect anyway. So stop trying. You'll feel lighter and freer. And the ideas and epiphanies that you encounter during this time might feel spontaneous, but they've been brewing for a while. This Venus retrograde wants you to become the most powerful, resilient, radiant version of yourself. And with the planet of love, attraction, and aligning itself with the sun for the next few days, you're getting a chance to manifest your desires. The week ends with your planetary ruler, the sun, connecting with that retrograde Venus in Leo for this rare Cazimi. Whatever it's meant to you, it will stick out around you, and things that you will release will find their calling elsewhere. Okay? It's okay. You're not the only one carrying it. It will find the calling elsewhere. Virgo, you get disheartened these days. When you're out in the world and you have a chance to observe other people and their behavior, everyone seems to be so callous, impatient, unprincipled. It's not that you're being self righteous, you just see it. You've been down on yourself for your own imperfections, too. All of this makes it hard for you to have hope for the future. This week, try to reset in a way that you look at the world, okay? Practice reading others' actions through their kindness lens so that you can feel open to the kindness. Approaching everyone, including yourself, with a little more generosity will open up your connection. It'll remind you that it's not all that bad. And the ways that it's worth fighting for, it's going to feel like a race against the clock for you with that Mercury in Virgo entering that pre-retrograde shadow. It's going to be making the week um it's going to be a time in the week to take care of any important conversations, projects, and plans that you don't want to backfire. Jupiter will align with Mercury in the sky this week to add a boost of energy and mental sharpness to your words. So don't be afraid to assert yourself if needed. The Uranus in Taurus might try to throw you off balance by changing some of the details at the last second. Luckily, the Venus Cazimi at the end of the week is showing you how to stay flexible and fierce. Okay. Libra, this cosmic weather is driving everyone crazy, including you, Libra. Luckily, you know how to deal with the drama, theatrics, and extremes that come with having Venus as your planetary ruler. The retrograde Venus is making several key connections with the sun, with Uranus this week, and that will feel at odds with your usual laid back attitude. In life and in love, this week is a good time to stay out of any interpersonal conflicts that arise. Even if it's not normally a problem for you, you're feeling content with the way things are going and excited about what the future holds. To keep you from pushing forward with this new version of yourself, embody the energy. Okay, because that you're having a whole rebirth with Venus and what she's doing right now. Okay. Wanting to be liked is it's a normal kind of human desire, but recently you've been dialed up on the high side of that. So it's been making you anxious and defensive and hyperactive, and how people are responding to you. It's like irritating to you. Okay. So it's good to be conscious so that you can avoid making any kind of mistakes that could hurt others. But it also goes beyond that. Your worry, you worry not about doing harm, but by simply being uncool or out of fashion cringe. This week, remember that there are plenty of things that won't be popular. Okay. You don't have to dress or talk or feel like anyone around you does. You're an individual and you're allowed to act like one. I'm a Libra. I can't help but get tickled with that. It's like I write these, and then it's like a week later before I read them, and it's like, oh my God, is that like hitting on? Is that hitting on all of it? I mean, I sat down here, and it's like, do I go put makeup on? I don't want to put makeup on. I just want to do the forecast. So anyway, it's about acceptance and accepting yourself, Libra, for the beauty that you reflect into the world. Okay, Scorpio. This is a challenging week that will try to knock you down. With the Mars in Virgo, it's been incredibly productive time for you to advance in your position in life. But now, with Uranus in Taurus, it's testing your limits. With the Sun, with Venus in retrograde, it's pushing you to your outer limits. It's pushing your buttons along the way. Everything that you've been juggling up to this point is about to come crashing down, and you're feeling it. So don't panic. Instead, take a good look around you at what you're really dealing with and choose one or two things that deserve your attention. This week, the Venus Cazimi will be harsh but necessary to remind you can't do it all on your own. It's hard for you, harder than it is for most, to let others witness your vulnerability. You don't want anyone to see you trying, growling, growing. All you want is to do all of that in private in your own little cave and present the finished product to the world. So, of course, it rarely works out that way. So this week, especially if you missed out on your time to hide your weaknesses and your uncertainties from your friends, you're really going to be feeling it. So let other people into your process, ask questions, accept their support along the way. It'll help you grow. It doesn't have to be nearly as embarrassing as you fear. Okay. Ooh, that was a big one. Sagittarius. You just want to get away for a while? Sag. But it's a week is better used for practical planning. Mercury spends its last week ahead of this retrograde cycle, connecting with your chart ruler, Jupiter. While this aspect is normally known for bringing luck, it's time. This time, it focuses on expanding your knowledge and your understanding. Emotionally, it's a rough week for you. But you don't have to let all of that get you down. While Jupiter is in Taurus, you're being directed to settle down and to learn to love where you are for being there in the time period that you are. This week's Venus Cazimi wants you to ask yourself how you can be more open hearted with your current circumstances. It's understandable that you feel rage and despair when you look up and pay attention to the outside world around you. People can be horrible, they can be cruel. So you're feeling this responsibility to push back and trying to change their minds. It's a worthy impulse, but this week especially, remember, certain people won't ever be persuaded by logic or arguments, okay? They just want to get a rise out of you. But that doesn't mean you have to take the bait. It's enough to stay focused on your own work, on people that you love, and on the activities that bring your life and make your corner of the world better for everyone. Sagittarius. Okay, Scorpio. Wait, I just tried to put Capricorn and Scorpio together. Capricorn. This week feels like a wash for you. Okay. At a point that you take because of your chart ruler and where it's been taking a cosmic backspin all summer. So it's safe to say that nobody's done more self-reflecting and introspective work in the last few weeks than you have. You'll get through the early part of the week relatively unscratched, only experiencing the drama with that with the Mercury retrograde. from the peripheral. It's just going to be on your peripheral. It'll just be out here. It's not going to be like in your face like it is for some people. However, things could get messy quick when you decide to insert yourself in situations that doesn't really concern you. The Venus Cazimi at the end of the week will bring a nice time for you to do something special for yourself. Maybe a night out with friends or a long nap. It's your nature to jump into every decent opportunity that arises. So you're well aware that they may not come your way again. That's part of why you're feeling like like that it was a washout. Okay. And that your future self might regret not making the most out of every opening. This week is going to be tough on saying no to things and use your discerning mind to know what the real opportunity is. If a new project seems exciting and you're already in overload, then pass it or, let go of something. If the invitation is tempting you, but your social battery feels like it needs recharging, then beg off. Okay. While everything about this offer looks great, but your heart or your gut, you simply do not want to take it. So say no. Pay attention to your intuition. You don't need it for any reason, any other reason, just to know that you don't need it. Okay, Aquarius. You tend to live in your head, and there's nothing wrong with that. Your inner life is rich with ideas and questions and plans. You get tremendous satisfaction from your ability to think deeply about what kind of world you want to work toward. This week is crucial to not get caught up in contemplating what you forgot about doing. Okay? Focus on getting your hands dirty and interacting with people and putting your ideas to the test. You might find wisdom or clarity that you wouldn't have on your own. Just as important, you might have fun. Last week's supermoon was your main character of the moment, and the story continues unfolding this week. You'll be trying to mind your own business, but the stars have been testing your limits and pushing your buttons lately. When Venus retrograde squares off with your planetary ruler, you might feel lost in the chaos. And it's time to break away from the old programming in order to move deeper into your own lived experiences. The Lionsgate portal on the 8th-8th will open up a new pathway for you to express yourself. The best changes will come your way when you stop trying so hard. Connect with your inner radiance and remind yourself that you are the star of the show, Aquarius. Okay, Pisces, our last one. The vibes aren't very subtle for you this week, Pisces. You love the dreamy and carefree energy that comes along with the Venus transit. But even though you might feel that you're questioning what comes next, Uranus inserts itself into the mix. You spend a lot of your time questioning how much effort is it really worth. The clouds feel too thick to see through them. So don't strain yourself trying to predict the future. Whatever demands are calling on you this week, wait. Use the Venus Cazimi at the end of the week to put your restless energy into fun, low stakes activity that brings some fun back into your life. You aren't given the space to express your emotions, or when you worry that doing so will cause more problems than it's. The passive aggression is an obvious alternative. It can, even in a moment, be strangely satisfying. This week, though, is more important than ever not to get into that instinct of that. You won't get anywhere by dropping hints or making faces. Being upfront about your feelings might stir up some drama, but it's also the best way to get what you want. Okay, that's it, my dear friends, for the week. So I will be uploading the more about the Mercury Cazimi. I mean, the Mercury Cazimi. I was thinking about the Mercury retrograde coming up. The Venus Cazimi is happening on the 13th. And so the what that energy is and the magic of that. So mark it on your calendar and be with that energy. Venus has already came to me and showed me what it's like when she goes into the heart of the sun. And I received downloads. And then for 2 days, I've slept. So that energy is already there for us to connect to during this time period, because all the alignments that are going on this week are really magical times. So thank you all. Thank you for coming to this planet. You didn't have to. It's like I feel like I'm on the plane. Thank you for flying with us. We know you had other choices. So thank you. Thank you for choosing planet Earth. Thank you for choosing humanity and to be here at this time with your gifts. So I'm Kimberly Crow with Celestial Juju. Like, share, comment. Throw a comment to me. Tell me what's going on with your week. What's happening for you? And go listen to the Lionsgate. Listen to the Mercury. Oh, I haven't done the Mercury retrograde one yet. I've got it coming up, so go listen to that too. The Venus retrograde. What Uranus in Taurus? What that is? We got another whole year 2 years of that. So listen to those. Those are up there. Those aren't energies that are just for the moment. I don't do the ones that are just for the moment of the day. I do the ones that you're going to take this energy as your alchemy and use it to transform your life. May you be blessed with the light that you are.